What's going on? I'm coming to you at the end of a very difficult week on the home front here. Just being totally honest, we've had a lot of stuff going on and it's not all been good. In fact, most of it hasn't been. But that's going to be a little bit of what we're talking about today. Leading off, it's been a good Saturday at least. So, Aaron and I just recorded some videos. I'm drinking some Raconteur Rye Batch 2, which is going to be coming out very soon. This is a very awesome release. And if you can see that right there, Batch 2, this is one of the favorite bottles I've tasted in quite a long time. Quite unexpected, but this week we're dealing with some unexpected stuff. We're going to talk about it. Man, that is so dense and rich. That is really, really good. That's coming out in September. Be on the lookout. It's expensive, but it's special whiskey. It's very good. Unexpected. Um, it's been one of those weeks. Monday started with Erin losing her job, very unexpectedly. Her company got acquired, and they've done a few rounds of layoffs, and they done. There was another dozen or so people that got laid off this last round, and she was part of that. Very, very unexpected. I hurt my back. I've been dealing with back issues for years and years and years, and they are terrible. They're debilitating. I mean, when you can't even put on pants or shoes without jumping through hoops, and it's a whole thing. Very, very difficult week on the home front between Erin losing her job and my back pain right now. I want to talk about the unexpected things in life because they come up all the time. And, some of this is my UPS training kicking into effect because I work at UPS. If you didn't know, I've been a driver there I've been at the company for 22 years. I've been driving for 18. One of the principal tenets of our driving training is expect the unexpected. And how would you possibly expect the unexpected? Because it's unexpected, right? But this is a little bit of Murphy's Law at play. Like Murphy's Law is, the worst thing that can happen will happen. And if you put yourself in a position where that's going to sink your ship, then you get what you deserve, Like you're putting yourself in a compromised position in the first place. And we're not far off from that ourselves at the time being, just because of some, again, unexpected things that happened earlier this year is regarding finances and stuff. But the moral of the story here is that these types of things, at the end of the day, if you can embrace them for what they are and you can have trust and you can have faith that there are bigger plans at work, they can lead to better things. Aaron has been a part of a couple of companies out now that have been acquired, and when those things happen, it'd be very easy for me to get discouraged, or for her to get discouraged and feel like the sky's falling. But truth be told, when adversity happens, it's your opportunity to show resilience and perseverance. And that can feel cliche, it can feel a little bit like you're putting up a front, you're wearing a mask, you're not really embracing the challenges that are coming your way, and you're not being real about how they're impacting you. And that's not what I'm trying to do here, because these things are impacting us. I mean, there is concern on my part, there is concern on her part about whether this is going to be for the best or not. But we have to believe that it's going to be, because where you put your faith matters. So I say all that just to say that there are situations in life that arise that can be very difficult, that can strain your relationships, they can strain your mental fortitude, your patience, whether or not you feel like you can even persevere in these manners and in these matters. But you can. You're not going to be tested beyond what you can handle. So have faith in that. Trust the process. Believe that it's going to lead to something better, because look in the past. Has everything led to something better eventually? For most people, yeah. I mean, if you're a good person that's pressing towards good things and you're trying to be the best person you can be the best friend, father, mother, husband, wife, daughter, son, whatever that you're trying to be. If you're pursuing that end, things will work themselves out. And it doesn't always feel like that because we get caught up in the material world and our possessions and things like that. And when your focus is on those things, it can easily sidetrack you. You know, when you feel like, oh, I don't have enough money to do this, or oh, things have been compromised here. You know, my spouse lost their job. We can't do this. Those sorts of things can compromise how you feel about certain scenarios in life, like certain financial situations you might find yourself in. But at the end of the day, do those things really matter? Not really. I mean, those are the sorts of things that they're fun and they add value to life if you can enjoy them for what they are, but they're not necessities. So when the going gets tough, and that's what we're feeling this week, we're feeling like the going has gotten tough. Focus on what's important, focus on your priorities, develop the perseverance to stay the course through the hard stuff. Because at the end of the day, years from now, when you look back on these scenarios and these situations in your life, I promise you, getting in arguments about this, that, or the other, if you can make it, if like if something's going to rock the boat, if you need to change your lifestyle or something, that's a drop in the bucket. It's a drop in the bucket compared to the relationships that you have. And I say this because I've been there before. You know, I've been in this exact situation before where, you know, there's an unexpected loss of income. Somebody's injured, both, as we're currently experiencing. And I've let those things interfere with my relationships. But that was so silly because that's not really what matters at the end of the day. So don't lose sight of what's important. Keep your eyes on the prize. Stay the course. Push through. Because if you don't, the repercussions of that, if you let it get to you, if you let the situation get to you, you could cause catastrophic damage to relationships in your life. And that is never worth what you could gain if you just persevere. And I want to read this real quick. This is something I ran across, and this is Romans 5, verses 3 through 5. It says, "Not only so, but we also glorify in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit, who has been given to us." And if that's not a good word, I do not know what is. Perseverance is a huge blessing, and you don't get perseverance if you don't have the trial. So if you're in a trial, and I know some people who are in trials far beyond what Aaron and I are currently experiencing. If you're in a trial, there is perseverance to be found, and there is hope on the other end of it. So stay the course, stay strong. I'm not telling you not to feel your feelings. I think that's very important. And Aaron's kind of leveling me out in that regard a little bit, because I can talk it, but when the going gets tough, I tend to put my head down and just persevere. But there's still a manner and a matter of feeling the situation and being cognizant of what you're going through, acknowledging how difficult it is. And that's what I struggle with doing, is acknowledging that things can be difficult sometimes, because I don't want to show weakness. But the reality of the matter is that it's all right. It's going to be okay. Stay the course, stay strong, be real, and it's going to be okay. So that's what I bring to you today. It's a little disjointed. We've had a lot on our plate this week. You know, it's been one of those weeks. Hopefully this made sense. I'm rambling a little bit, as I'm prone to do, but you know, I feel like there were some things in here that I needed to get off my chest. Quite a few things, actually. So thank you for listening if you're watching this. And that's going to be it for this week. I'll see you again next week. I raise my glass to you. Stay strong. Cheers.